About this scrimmage from what you saw on the field?
You know, I thought the offense started better than they did in the half scrimmage. You know, I thought that first period of first and second down play that we do, I thought the offense started a little bit better. I was pleased with the way Gary, I thought, managed the scrimmage. I thought he had a good scrimmage today. I thought his decision making was good. Even the one he pulled down and ran down here in the red zone, I thought was a good decision. Probably would have gotten a little further than I gave him.
Your initial pre-film impression of the two backup quarterbacks, and are you still on track to make that decision soon?
I think so. I think at some point we're going to have to make a decision. You know, what I've learned is with most decisions you don't ever have all the information. So to continue to wait for all the information, I don't know if that's the right thing to do. If we feel like we can make it off this scrimmage, we'll do it. If we don't, we won't. We'll look at tomorrow and then we'll meet again and decide. I don't know, other than the fact that I don't think it was clear cut looking at it here on the field. I don't know if I would have any other comment than that, just because I really think we need to look at it.
Coach, how does the kicking situation shape up after today?
Well, you know, right now Borghese is not 100%, so the kicking situation is what it is. You know, Kyle didn't kick particularly well today, and that's a concern. Up until today, I thought he had a good camp, so I don't want to overreact to one day, but if today was game day, it would have been a problem.
Would you consider this crisp or sloppy? How would you characterize his general overall play?
I thought the ones on both sides improved from the first scrimmage, from the half scrimmage. I don't know if the twos and threes have improved as much as we need them to. I think we really have started at every position got to start honing in on who are the guys that are going to be in the two deep or the 1.5 deep, however you want to look at it for game day, because we've got some backups right now that need a lot of reps to be able to help us on game day.
How do you think when you do that, would that be prior to the first session tomorrow, or would we start to see that when you start to think of it all? With guys.
Well, we're gonna to me, like,
you have double tomorrow, right?
Yes, we have double tomorrow. Everything you do, every practice you have is important, but I do weigh the scrimmages more. When you come down here in the stadium and you put the coaches on the sideline and you have to perform out there on your own in an unscripted environment, to me that is more valuable information. So we're really going to look hard at this film over the next couple of hours and then make some decisions, not all, but some. But yeah, I think you'll start to see some of those things tomorrow morning.
How did you feel about the pass rush? It seemed like they were in the backfield quite a bit.
Yeah, I think Darius was in the backfield quite a bit. You know, and one guy on defense can ruin the game on you. And you know, Darius would have ruined the game for us today on defense. I thought he did an excellent job. He had a sack early. He had a sack in the 2-minute drill. I mean, a sack in the red zone. I mean, things that put you off schedule on offense and make it very hard to recover from.
Is he starting to remind you of any interior defensive lineman since you've been here, with the way he's playing now?
Well, when I think of the guys that were the most disruptive guys that I've been around since being here, you think first and foremost of a guy like Eric Foster. You know, a guy like Eric Foster, and he's got a similar skill set, you know, to what Darius has. They're not the same, but they're similar. So that would be the guy I think right now that he would remind me of.
Any concern with the operation from a kicking standpoint, place kicking?
No, I wasn't concerned with the operation. I was just concerned with the kicks. You know, but again, up until today, I've been pleased. So, you know, today was game day, and we're not happy that we weren't sharp, but he'll get another chance to do it on Saturday.
Did you get to watch Caleb Johnson at all, and how did he look?
I thought he looked good. Yeah, I thought Caleb looked good. We had him in the run-through last night, and he was moving around well. I thought he moved around well today, so I think he's recovering well, just like I thought he would.
I know you said, you know, certain guys might be different once kind of, you know, not the lights are on, but, you know, they're on the field. It's a game situation. Did anybody stand out more to you, or maybe some guys take a step back?
Well, yeah, it was really more of those second-line guys to me that, you know, when you come in the stadium, they have an opportunity to showcase themselves, and I'm not so sure they were ready to do that. You know, so now we'll go back and we'll practice more, and we'll do it again on Saturday. That's why you have a preseason. I think that's why it's so important to have the half scrimmage and then the 2 full scrimmages, because it's not like practice when you come in the stadium. So it's a different deal, and I think those young guys will hopefully learn from this today.
We talked about a lot of the other wide receivers with John Simmons, just as like a reliable guy. I mean, what do you think about him?
Yeah, I think John is a great example of how good you can be when you know exactly what to do and you play at a very high tempo. And John always seems to be in the right place at the right time. And I think he did drop one, which is unusual for him. He doesn't usually drop them. He's got very good hands, but he's a guy who's going to help us. He's going to help us on special teams. He's going to help us on offense in the sub packages, 3rd down, 2-minute drills. I mean, he's going to be a valuable part of what we do.
Stevenson gets a pick today. It just seems like he has a nose for the ball. I mean, obviously at that position, how valuable is that?
He does. It was the first time I saw him play live in high school. I came out of this tunnel. He was playing for a state championship on this field, and literally as I walked out of the tunnel to see him, he picked off a pass. in a state championship game. So you're absolutely right about that. He seems to have a nose for the ball, and when it's around him, he's got good ball skills. He catches the ball well. Not every DB does, but he does. So it was good. It was a good pass by Gary. Kind of got tipped up in the air. I think it was Adjunarian. I think it got tipped up in the air, and DeLon plucked it out of the air and probably would have scored.
Got time for 2 more.
You talk about running back depth. Is it going to be difficult to decide red shirts and a pecking order there?
Yeah, it's not in my plan right now to even worry about redshirt and those guys. I think they're going to play. I think they're going to help us on special teams. How much they'll play at running back, we'll decide as we go. They're both still learning, and you kind of see that. You see they get a little bit better each day, kind of knowing the complete package, the protections, the pass routes. But I think those two guys, kind of like Leonte a couple of years ago, are going to be a valuable part of our special teams as we go forward.
Kyle, your first look at Gleason, new punter. Did you let him go?
Yeah, we turned him loose. We gave him a couple kicks out there today. If they flew him all the way in from Australia, we could at least get a little work out of him. Looked like he dropped a nice one in there. And, I think both his kicks were kind of sky kicks, and it looks like he's got the ability to do what Marsh did. Where he's got that little, I don't know what they call it, but a flop kick, where it's kind of end over end and kind of stop it. So I think that's a valuable weapon, for your defense. When you do get stopped around midfield, if you've got a guy who can stop that ball somewhere inside the 10-yard line, you got a much better chance of getting it back in good field position.
Thanks.
Thanks.